Well, hello there. Let's start dealing with the minor modes. So now that you learned all your minor pentatonic shapes, and you've added your flat 5 to create the minor blues scale, which meant that you practiced your minor pentatonic still. And then we learned my scale, Conspirian, which is still practicing the minor pentatonic and the minor blues scale as well. Just adding that major 7 as well. What we've done there is we've added notes to the minor pentatonic. We're now ready to start exploring the modes. And the first one out of the block here is Aeolian, the natural minor scale. When we say like, this song is in minor, usually we mean chord 6 is the home. That's it, where Aeolian lives, basically. So to learn how to improvise with Aeolian and to play melodies using Aeolian and, you know, to fully understand it, we gotta do what we did with Conspirian. We gotta take the minor pentatonic in each caged scale shape, and we need to add the notes that make Aeolian. So we got minor pentatonic is 1, that's the root, minor third, 4, 5, we skip that blues note, flat 7, and then back to root again. So the little gaps here that are creating the modes are between the root and the minor third, and for Aeolian we used the second interval, the 2, not the flat 2, the 2. You can also call this a 9, because in the second octave the 8 is the root, then we call that 9, and then we still call that minor third, we don't call it 10 actually. You can call the 4 11 if you want to, but why do that? So we can kind of call it a 9 really. Somehow that makes more sense. But let's say 2. 1, 2, minor 3, 4, 5, flat 6, not 6, flat 6, flat 7 root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes, and then the 8th note. So that's your Aeolian scale. Very sad. It's the saddest of all scales. And when you're playing chords in a song and you hit that chord 6, that sounds like the saddest chord, because what you're really hearing is all this. Okay? So, in this step, we're going to do all the exercises related to playing this. We're going to play all individual shapes, starting with the G shape, the G minor shape rather, and then adding those intervals. We do that through the cycle of fourth. Sounds and looks like this. That's the minor pentatonic, and then we add the 2 there, before the minor third, there. Or you could say you add a 9. And then we go back to the minor pentatonic, so we make sure that that note really popped out. Learning how to understand Aeolian is down to hearing that interval. So you gotta add it and take it away. You could go below the root note, as I keep saying, but let's not do it. Okay, so you do that until you know how to do it, and then you go back, and then you find the flat 6. Where is the flat 6 here? Well, that's the root, so we've gone past it. That's the flat 7, that's the natural 6, that's the flat 6. So just above the 5th. Don't play the 9th now. That's the 5th, so that's gotta be the flat 6, just above it. Sad, isn't it? You keep doing that until you know for certain where it is. It's just above the fifth. And then when you know it, you go back and you just play the minor pentatonic again. And then you play the full mode. And when you think that, okay, I can do that, you move it to D. Minor rather, pentatonic. That's the ninth. Go back. Flat 6. Back. And the whole thing. Yeah, makes sense? Great. Do that in G as well. Well, no, we do it here. We don't want to involve open strings. Back, first back, and then. God, that's difficult. It's so high up the neck. Let's move to C. And now the full scale. Maybe even put that minor 7 chord in as well. And then you keep going around the cycle of fourth. And when you've done that, it's time to do something else, I think. And then maybe later today when you sit down to practice again, you do it again. Just focus on that G minor shape. Round and round and round and round until you're like, well, I know how to do this now. And then you go to the E minor shape. Minor pentatonic. And then we're going to add a 2. That's the root, that's the minor third, so it's got to be there. There, because it's before the minor third. There. And then back. And then, where's my fifth? There, right? So that's where the flat 6 is. There's the fifth, that's the flat 6. And back. And then. Maybe you should always put the chord in, I think so. And then you do it in D. Do it slowly, you know. I'm just doing it fast because I want to keep these lessons relatively short. You keep going through the 12 keys, just like you have in previous scale exercises and chord exercises as well. Always go through all 12 keys because that's how you really ingrain this scale into your hands. Okay, next one, D minor shape. I'm not going to go below the root note, because my main objective is to pair it with this shape, not to play down here.